Good day, night. Okay, let's see. Put on record personality report for happy birthday, Leo. Let's start with the dream prayer. Let's wrap this one around my head. Saturday evening, July 27th, the day of the decision makers. You are orderly, forceful, decisive, change resistant, self-unaware, procrastinating are the traits of today. Let's get this right. It's not working, but hey, I need something. Meditation. I exist only for the world. I belong to no one, least of all to myself. I exist only for the world. I belong to no one, least of all to myself. Personality. July 27th birthday horoscope predicts that you are a Leo that is unselfish, persuasive, and open minded. Working with people can be an enjoyable experience for you as you have a humanistic approach to life and others. You are sensitive to other people's needs and always ready to help them. July 27th, you have rather a fiery, impetuous nature, which it is hard for you at times to keep under control. You will have many ups and downs in life, many hard battles, especially with yourself, but you will be victorious if only you determine to undergo certain periods of unpleasantness in order to obtain the palm of glory at the end. You have two sides to your nature, two selves, which are very different. You are fond of literary pursuits, art, music, and the drama. You're rather too fond of the good things of this life, eating and drinking, etc. Be careful that this does not lead to your downfall. Learn the value and the power of habit. Either good or bad, you are original and spontaneous And if a woman, this faculty will make you popular by reason of the amusing things you are led to say on occasion. If you wish to succeed, you must learn the value of money and how to save. If you do this, you will attain great returns in the long run. You are magnetic and have a peculiarly fascinating personality to the opposite sex who trust you, sometimes too much. Above all, learn to concentrate. Advice: face up to your real needs and wants. Don't agonize over personal decisions too long. Try to be honest with yourself. Beware of repressing your true feelings. Mental control can only take you so far. Learn to let go. Your health. Because they are so often work with organizations, July 27th, people are likely to have a fairly structured life, and thus it is possible for them to schedule regular meals, exercise, and sleep. Vigorous exercise is recommended for these highly physical people. This can range from hiking and climbing to achievement oriented activities and competitive sports, team sports. Ordinarily well balanced meals will help maintain their general good health. Those born on this day may be prone to periodic psychological crises, which they have trouble handling on their own, particularly if they have not dealt with emotional problems before. Seeking the advice of a therapist, advisor, or a close friend who is able to be both caring and objective is advisable. Numerology. Those born on the 27th of the month are ruled by the number 9. 2 plus 7 equals 9. And by the planet Mars. The number 9 is a powerful in its influence on other numbers. Any number added to 9 yields that number, e.g. 5 plus 9 equals 14, 4 plus 1 equals 5, and any number multiplied by 9 yields a 9, e.g. 9 times 5 equals 45, 4 plus 5 equals 9, and July 27th, people are similarly able to influence those around them. The planet Mars is forceful and aggressive, embodying male energy underlined by the Sun, Leo's ruler. Thus, July 27th, happy birthday, women may seem overly domineering to those with traditional ideas of femininity. So the archetype, the ninth card of the major arcana, is the Hermit, who walks carrying a lantern and a stick. He represents meditation, isolation, and silence. The card signifies crystallized wisdom and ultimate discipline. The Hermit is a taskmaster who uses conscience to keep others on their path. The positive side of this card is stick to itiveness, purpose, profundity, and concentration. Mistrust and discouragement. July 27 people should learn from the Hermit the value of withdrawal and from the world and periodic examination of their values. Happy birthday, Leos. Leos are a fixed fire sign and are generally most compatible with other fire signs: Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, and air signs: Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Leos are also said to be compatible with fixed signs like Taurus and Scorpio, who may find each other. In relationships, those born on July 27th are passionate, affectionate, and deeply loyal. They seek partners who appreciate their dynamic personalities and can provide emotional depth. Compatible signs include Aries, Sagittarius, Libra, who can match their energy and support their emotional needs. Sunsigns.org. July 27th birthday horoscope predicts that you are a Leo who is unselfish, persuasive, and open-minded. Working with people can be as enjoyable an experience for you as you have a humanistic approach to life and others. You are sensitive and other people's needs and always ready to help them. On the other hand, you like to spend time alone. Often people's situations are stressful and can cause you to be irritable at times. Otherwise, the July 27th birthday personality shows you to be accommodating and very generous. You know how to talk to people with your sensitive nature that is also patient. You give with your heart and you do not expect anything in return. So, happy birthday. Born on July 27th, you're generous, attractive, unselfish, flexible, charming, like unconditional, and elegant. Happy birthday, Leo the Lion. This Leo birthday personality gets a lot of attention. You sure are attractive, breathtaking, even. Additionally, the July 27th zodiac meaning shows that you be highly creative and charming. They do not call you magnificent for nothing. What your birthday says about you is that you can get along with anyone. Those with a zodiac birthday today are fierce, and you can sell a turtle a coat in the summertime. You are assured of having many friends because of this. You are just special, and time spent with family, friends, or coworkers is time well spent. Leo, you make an excellent companion. The July 27th horoscope shows that if you are born on this day, you are a Leo who loves expensive things. Leo, your taste is almost elegant. Your home is lavish and you drive the best car. Your motto is that you cannot take money to the grave, so you spend it while you get it. Money seems to come to you with ease. You feel that whatever money was lost, you can earn some more. Fast money never lasts long, anyways. You are too generous, too. You do not spend it on yourself, but help those in need. However, your home is significant to you. Buying a car to be extremely expensive, and the process should be started early. Typically, those of you born today will want a place in a separate, that is separate by itself. Hmm. You go out mainly to socialize and maintain friendship, but you want peace at home. You may need to call this lion before coming over. The home is a place of serenity for Leo. It is a place to go to for relaxation. You may spend your time meditating. Look for an older family member who can have the perfect piece for your living room. Hmm. This July 27th astrology predicts that you, as a person, can be a real stick in the mud in many respects. This is good when policies need to be enforced, but when it comes to other things like change, this can be a problem. Leos are typically not thinkers, but rather and creative and optimistic doers. A lion born on this day is spiritual and finds meaning in whatever they do, yet you do not expect anything in return. As far as this Leo's birthday career is concerned, you would do well in front of the camera, as acting could be your calling. You do have a flair for the dramatic and love to entertain. You, as someone born on this day, like to have the freedom to move about even at work. This would give you what you need. Additionally, you make a great leader and are confident that money is to be made and not to make you. You are always busy doing something to make a dollar. It can very well be that you are a workaholic. In general, the July 27th Zodiac Analyst says that you are hard workers, but when you relax, you do it big. A lion likes to sleep or to lounge around at home. Leo personalities typically can do this for extended periods without complaints. It balances out, I suppose, with the time you spend working. The Leo with a birthday on July 27th are exceptional lions. You like people but tend to be private. You may need to protect your home. This is where you reinvent yourself for the next project. You have many friends and you are not in a hurry to tie the knot. As the 27th July personality, you are busy trying to make a dollar and enjoy spending it as you see fit. July 27th. Leo, you are a giver. A lion that is attractive, open minded, but without a doubt, you are dominant. From time to time, you can be found lounging at your home. Your home is important to you as you like privacy and alone time. Famous people and celebrities born on July 27th. Triple H, Norman Lear, Alex Rodriguez, Betty Thompson, Lupita Tovar, Zane Williams, Dolph Ziggler, to name a few. Happy birthday, also above and below. This day that year, July 27th in history, 1655, a petition for a Jewish cemetery is made in New Amsterdam. In 1713, a peace treaty is signed by Russia and Turkey. In 1844, Charlotte, South Carolina, fire destroys a U.S. mint. And in 1927, first major league home run for Mal Ott, 18 years old. Your verdict moon sign is Samha Rashi. I'm not going to read that. How many minutes? 30 minutes? Okay. I have to do the zodiacs, baby. I'm staying true to the Chinese zodiacs. Um, Let me carry on. We are on the monkey, so everyone is acting like a monkey today. Okay, and until the zodiac sign changes. The Chinese zodiac monkey, the personality traits. White Spirit has been doing this. Hey, Libras made a lot of people, honey. And that's the first conversation. I don't have my regular setup tonight. The Chinese zodiac monkey is the very vision of complexity. They are intense, cerebral people who are driven by their emotions. Given time to think ahead, monkey can see their way through a situation. But if on the spot, monkey can be expected to react emotionally, perhaps reverting to the basic slinging of poo in the worst of circumstances. The monkey sign is not concerned with their self image, making them a bit of a wacky character and all too often a bit of an unintentional clown. However, monkey is also completely non-post in the face of others. Oddities and idiosyncrasies, they let other people be themselves and take their personalities as is. The Chinese monkey people can approach a situation from an unattached, non moralistic point of view. They allow them to be enthused by all new experiences and trains of thought. The Chinese monkey zodiac sign lives a life without fear of criticism or judgment. They care little for the opinions of others and make no effort to pass judgment on them either. After all, life is a series of new and exciting adventures, and the monkey is driven by curiosity to explore all things. The monkey is humble, Their curiosity keeping them constantly aware that they are many things they simply do not know. And thank goodness for that. If you have ever knew everything, oh, if they ever knew everything, there'd be nothing more to explore, and what a dull life that would be. They survived some of the life's worst tragedies. I can't read, come on. By being able to find the experiential value of an event, and therefore will always survive to move on to the next experience. Consistency is an utterly alien concept to the Chinese astrology monkey sign. Everything must be new and shiny, and routine is something that is spiritual murder to them. If there is a chance of excitement, a random chance of an experiential revelation, then the monkey is all over it. This unfortunately makes gambling an addiction. The monkey's traits show they have difficulty staying away from the constant changes that pulls them in. Monkey is not, unfortunately, a creature of pure candor. Instead, they will accept the opinions of others in public while keeping their private reservations to themselves. The law is an optional element in their life. As far as their security is supported by it, it will be respected. And once that line is crossed, all legal aspects are purely optional. The Chinese horoscope for the monkey shows they are amongst the most diverse of people, carrying around a mountain of talents, but often they are not a master of any of them. They are unremittingly versatile and creative, and always learning at every possible turn. Consistency in the workplace will lead to the death of a monkey man or a woman. They must be able to move freely within the world, within their work, and they will find themselves disheartened and without enthusiasm. Their love of a new horizon sets them well at home within research and technology or anything, anywhere where discoveries can be made. Office politics are utterly beyond them. But it's sad, monkey that finds himself entangled in its web. The monkey's personality is rather a poor choice for being a leader. They are warm and open and can accept anyone, which will make them adapt at dealing with a mixed group of people. But they are far too inconsistent to be in charge of such a situation. Their utter distaste for conformity makes them even less suited for this position. A boss needs to be able to guide a group through it to its goals, and the monkey is poorly suited to driving people in a line. On the other hand, they will be decidedly good at personnel relations, so those under their purview will, at the very least, find themselves with an agreeable leadership, if an ineffective one. The only time the Chinese monkey is suited to be a boss is if he is his boss. The monkey zodiac person will fit in well in the workplace. They will bring levity and brightness to a group, but do not necessarily work well in a group. It's the right place. They can be an absolute asset to a team, pointing them in previously unconsidered directions and therefore letting them break new ground. Keep the monkey out of the routine. Instead, allow him to have his reins and go in his direction. He will quickly tire of a position and be the most effective. He should be moved about within the structure, always handed new tasks, with care taken to keep an eye on his focus. And once it wavers, give those born in the monkey years something new to look at. Monkeys, money doesn't drive the monkey, the Chinese monkey sign, adventure does. While monkeys may be able to make more than a living wage, it's never going to be what makes them pursue a new venture. They are certainly able to make financially viable decisions, and their drive for innovation can indeed make them wealthy. But in the end, it's going to be the pursuit of new grounds that's going to keep the monkeys moving forward, not financial gain. Gambling is always a problem for the monkey, just because every new hand or spin of the wheel is going to lead them to a new, if brief, adventure. So, their relationships with money is going to be as chaotic as their day to day life. Dating a monkey, a Chinese monkey person, guarantees that you will be taken on new adventures in your love life. And unfortunately, they are also inconsistent and wandering in love. This makes life hard as they also deeply desire love and hate being alone. Their attitude makes them very quick to fall in love. This makes it difficult for them to find stable love affairs. The monkey sign also has a problem with commitment without question. When their partner becomes serious, that's when they will flee like mad. For them to be in a committed relationship will require someone as fun loving and intelligent. Their companion must keep them on their toes and constantly surprise them. Most imperative to their love life, however, is their friendship with their partner. The Chinese zodiac monkey is an inventive and playful lover who enjoys giving and receiving pleasure in equal measure. However, they are not as obsessed with it as some. Monkeys' experiences means that they desire the love of a partner, and mental and physical play are equally important. Know that for a monkey, love will turn to play after play, and all of it is the greatest game ever. They will be enthusiastic and may very well take you into realms that make your mind boggle. But it's another place where seriousness will never be a strong point in their relationships. years of the monkey. January 25th, 1944 to February 12th, 1945. February 12th, 1956 to January 30th, 1957. January 30th, 1968 to February 16th, 1969. February 16th, 1980 to February 14th, 1981. February 4th, 1992 to January 22nd, 1993. January 22nd, 2004 to February 8th, 2005. February 8th, 2016 to January 27th, 2017. January 26th, 2028 to February 12th, 2029. February 12th, 2040 to February 28th, 2041. Your ruling planet is the sun, which symbolizes majestic air and is the vital reason for our existence. The lion is the symbol for the Leo zodiac sign. Your birthday tarot card is the Hermit. This card symbolizes the time for deep thinking and contemplation. In Middle Ages, the Hermit was one of the most often a man of spirituality. They are religious men separated from the world to study the nature of God better. If this Rider-Waite tarot card is in your reading, then solitude is a part of your current position, whether literal or figurative. The lamp of the hermit represents the light of knowledge and the enlightenment, but the hermit is always alone, sometimes coming from solitude, moving toward. As I read on to know more about this major arcana card and the upright and reverse meanings and the tarot reading. In its upright position, the tarot card represents the positive side of solitude and knowledge gained. When the time comes for us to move on to college, it is common for this card to appear. You have the knowledge of your youth to carry with you, your recent diploma, and are moving forward into a new place. Whatever the case, the Hermit upright represents all the goals, all the good of solitude. The past events. You have completed a healthy time of hermit or are just departing it. This period has been a time of self-reflection and growth. That can only occur when we are free to examine our thoughts. This time is passing now, though, and it is time for you to return to the world. 9:37 p.m. on the clock. The present events. You are currently in your time of solitude. Use it wisely. It is bound to continue for some time, and you should use this time to reflect upon your present circumstances. This is growth to be had and time to advance and grow. But it would help if you learned from where you've been, and now is the time for that. The future events. This card can be a positive omen for those who are in a bad situation. It often turns up in the tarot readings of abused men and women who have finally seen how things are and are moving to protect themselves. In any case, it represents that you will soon be entering a period of beneficial solitude. You may not desire it, but it would be a needed time for you. In reverse, an enforced solitude against one's will. There are many ways this can come about, from incarceration to a move to a place away from friends and family. It will be a difficult time and no doubt sorrowful, as loneliness often accompanies enforced solitude. The inverted hermit can also represent willful ignorance, not just a lack of knowledge, but a choice to correct that situation. The past events. You have been in a period of enforced solitude or ignorance. The time has neither been productive nor beneficial, but it is passing now. You are in a place now to choose to end this isolation. You may set yourself free at this time. The present events, 9:40 on my clock p.m. Your current circumstances are lonely and isolated, either from people or from knowledge. Someone in your life is likely enforcing this, keeping you ignorant, or you are choosing to be in your current circumstances. Now is the time to take those steps to change this fact. Look for the keys out of your cell. They are at hand. The future events. Beware, traveler. Beware, traveler. Ignorance and isolations are in your future if you aren't careful. If you keep your head about you and watch the road ahead, you can avoid this situation. And avoid it you should if at all possible. If not, you should make the best of your current circumstances and enjoy it while you can. A time of sorrowful loneliness is ahead. The associated colors are gray for contemplation. For the meditation for the hermit in the upright position. This tarot meditation on the Hermit card will focus on solitude and meditation. It is the contemplation of gained wisdom in the period of respite before we set forth over the seas of life. Lay your gray cloth out with its matching candle and place the card upright upon it. As you slip into the meditation, you will be overcome with a profound sense of peace, a knowledge that you know your place in the world fills you. As you go down, you will hear the sounds of a clear spring day outside, summer day, birds singing, and the soft sigh of the wind through the trees. Your inner eyes flutter open to see yourself inside a modestly appointed space. A soft bed, a simple lantern, and a jut out from the wall serve as a table. It takes only a moment for you to identify that you are within the hollow of a tree. The shape of the opening bears the unmistakable shape of every human's point of origin. About you are the marks of a life spent in quiet contemplation, the observation of life from an outside perspective. Or perhaps the living of life from the inside without the need for outer things to justify it. You step outside, mimicking each day as the birth into life, and find that the ancient oak you call home is situated next to a small pond where mosquitoes buzz overhead. You take a moment to contemplate the simple life of animals, secure in their knowledge and moving forward from one moment to the next, blissfully free of the meaningless wants of using humans. And yet you recognize that the ability to have those wants is what makes us human. And all things must be done in reasonable measure. You sit alongside the lake, thinking to yourself that this time is a time for you to study. This is the time for you to learn and absorb the knowledge that your life before had brought you. And you are whole and without the need of others, without the need to validate your existence by others. You recognize that it may be time to return to the world, but there is no rush. There is no rush. There is no rush. There is no rush. The world will be there. For now, you must complete this study of self, this examination of priorities, and prepare for your next step in the world. As you come out of the tarot meditation, think about the lone contemplative hermit lessons. In this glimpse of his quiet, contemplative life, recorded in your journal if you have found something of value. Think about the benefits of solitude and if you may be well served by time spent alone. The associated colors are gray for loneliness and isolation, for the meditation for the hermit in reverse. The tarot meditation of the reversed hermit is a painful and privileged place to be. It represents enforced isolation, willful or forced ignorance, and sorrow and loneliness. Prepare yourself for this journey, for it is to be a dark one, perhaps even as dark as the path of the lovers reversed. Lay out your gray cloth with its candle placed at its top and the hermit reversed placed in front of you. As you begin to slip into the meditation, feel the departure of all you've loved and cared for. Feel the departure of all you've loved and cared for. The touch and warmth of a life of love and learning, of friends and companions, fade away as you slip into the shackled mind. Your eyes are open to the dim light of a sail. Light flitters in through the bars of the window, but the walls are bare, dripping stone. There are others near you in their cell, but they do not seem to recognize your presence. They do not respond to speech or prodding, turning away from you at the slightest provocation. As you wander through the halls of this prison, you find that all is the same. You find your way into a library and find there is a librarian. As you look, you ask for a book to read. You find them all empty, not a word on their pages. Should you ask questions, none of them are answered. And in all cases, no one will speak to you or respond to you at all. The silent librarians handing out wordless books. You realize you are utterly alone here, and there is no door. You can find no way out, no exit. Even the windows are covered with frosted glass. You have no way to know if there is a world outside these walls. The prison, you realize, is that of your mind. The only way to break the bars, to free yourself, is to know that you can be free, to accept it as truth. These are the keys that will bring down your prison. It's up to you to make that choice. An hour and 12 minutes into the live stream. As you come out of the tarot meditation of this major arcana card, think about this solitude and loneliness. Think about how our ignorance is so often of our own doing. Think on your journeys through the cells and see what messages are there for you to lead your way out of the darkness. Record them in your journal for your meditation and work to free yourself from what bonds you hold you. You have 5 minor arcana energies that are of today. The time is 10 o'clock p.m. on the dot. The 5 of Wands and the Knight of Wands. Working towards cooperation. You may have shortcomings in something that you do to make life more comfortable. However, the 5 of Wands is encouraging you to learn how to work with other people. It will be the easiest way to earn your reward. So you have to work as you get good advice from others with long time experience. Success will come when you are accommodative to suggestions and will help you in making strides. Nothing should prevent you from achieving it. The 5 of Wands reverse highlights a few things that can have that you can have life repeating and enable you to achieve them. When you are flexible, you tend to get many ideas that can push you to another level. Focus on making life correct and look for the chance to welcome all your efforts to the right wing. Never relent on the goal that you are sure will lead to success at the end of the day. Getting to know your purpose is something that will serve you best. Additionally, 5 of Wands love to advise you on the importance of having a strong love bond that unites your loved ones. You have to appreciate the effort you put into your system to ensure you arrive at your end goal. So the power you can put into making life improve should be equal when you pursue a better life. Your path will determine how far you go with your ambitions. And once you get to know the exact level of your force, you tend to head in the direction that guarantees you the right favor for life. Continue doing what you are sure will help in making your progress smooth. Do not allow negative people to alter the plans that you have for the future. And besides, the Five of Wands career highlights the meaning of growing in your professional life. You have to keep going on the path that you're sure will bring the right fruition. Be optimistic that everything is working in your favor. This is why you have to continue working hard and have the principles that guide you to achieving something crucial. The Five of Wands teaches you of good things in life that will reflect in a positive way when you work hard. So, Five of Wands in the future will always express the need of always work on the line to achieve the right goals. The Five of Wands symbolic meaning focuses on the image that will help you market the right thoughts and accomplish them. Besides, the Five of Wands tarot guide will emerge as the roadmap for getting great in your future. The Five of Wands represents conflict and problems in life and the progression of every project. And you come to a point where those involved come into conflict. Sometimes this works out in the favor of those involved, engendering healthy competition. Other times, it fills the situation with tension and strife and prevents there being any form of progress. So, as I read on more to know about this minor arcana card and their influence in the upright and inverted position in the tarot reading. When the Five of Wands shows up, the movement has been endued with conflict and friction. The ability to work with others has been complicated by the competition and struggle against one another, with the need to be right. Opinions and personalities, egos and ideas are all coming into conflict. The past events. Your project has recently come through a period of conflict and competition. Maybe your marriage has been butting of heads on roles and responsibilities. Perhaps your coworkers had different ideas of what direction you should go with the current project. Either way, this period has passed. Was it with a good resolution or do resentments still linger? The present events. Energy is high right now, but it is being funneled in useful directions. Your current project is rife with activity and drive, but make sure you keep working on directing it in useful ways. Right now, there is a tendency to conflict and competition. Only careful marshaling of your forces will prevent it from going awry. The future events. The boiler is building steam, and soon the engine will be powering along at full speed. But on the way, make sure the road is clear and the rail is properly laid. Otherwise, you'll find your cars trying to argue about which track to take, and the whole thing could wind up derailed. Keep an eye out, conductor. Yes and no tarot interpretation of the Five of Wands upright is a yes. No reading for the minor arcana card appearing in this position gives you a conditional affirmative. There will be a need to continue to marshal the energies going into the source of the question and make sure they continue in a positive way to achieve that yes. Work towards cooperation in this endeavor to make sure it works out properly. The Five of Wands in reverse. The only thing worse than mismanaging energy and a tendency to conflict is avoiding a necessary confrontation. Problems unresolved can result in negativity and resentment, which will clog useful productivity and creativity venues. Remember, a little chaos often engenders new ideas, so don't fear it. What does this Rider Waite deck card have to say? The past events. You've been avoiding conflict in the environment, and it's been working so far, but only in appearance. In actuality, it has been contributing to a situation that is likely about to come to a head. It's here now, and you'll be forced to deal with it. The present events. Time to take a sigh off of relief. You've been dealing with many conflicts and struggles, but this particular situation represents a healthy avoidance of stress. You've come through a tough and chaotic time and are getting a brief sigh of relief. It may not last. Enjoy it while it does. The future events. To achieve the goals ahead, you'll need to remain focused and face the challenges coming. You can't avoid these, and attempting to do so will not assist you or the project ahead. Progress requires change and conflict. Prepare for those coming. The yes and no interpretation of the inverted Five of Wands, the answer in this case is a decided no, combined with a stop. Not only is your answer a negative, but you're in a time when it will be necessary to avoid working on this any further. Take a breath, let the chips fall, and know that it's time to start looking past this no. With the Five of Wands, you consider everything as part of your success. So, a positive attitude will enable you to boost your morale in achieving the right success. Learn to work with different people, and you will achieve success. The Knight of Wands. Avoid procrastinating. The Knight of Wands indicates action and movement. With the fiery nature of the suit of wands embodied, he will charge forth to make the page's dreams a reality. However, his impulsiveness can impede as he doesn't think before he acts, leading to trouble. All he wants is to be the best of the best and to achieve his goal. The good news is he can charge over those who stand in his way, but unfortunately, this is also the bad news. Past events. The energy of the Knight of Wands has been driving you and it's been keeping you motivated on your task. You've been making progress in leaps and bounds, and no barrier has been able to slow you down. You may have been stepped on a few toes on the way, but so far, it hasn't done you any harm. So far, keep an eye out in case you have to smooth some hurt feelers. The present events. Do you hear the horn calling the battle charge? Ambition and motivation are the letters of the day, and nothing will stop your forward progress. But rein in those horses, my friend. Have you checked to make sure your impulsiveness isn't leading you to trouble? It may be that your first reaction isn't your best one, so keep the energy up, but take time to consider your forward motion, lest you wind up in a trench. The future events. Coming down the pike is someone who can be an absolute benefit to your plan. They will take your dreams and drive them forward with relentless force. But be careful. They may not take into consideration all the possible damage they can do charging over all obstacles. Be ready to take the reins of their energy and direct them. But hang on. It's going to be a ferocious ride. The yes or no interpretation is a yes. Charge forward, take control of the situation and win the day. The power in your hands to make this situation conclude in the way you want it to. In reverse, the problem with someone as impulsive and driven as the knight in the inverted position is they utterly dislike anything that stands in their way. If obstacles stand in their insurmountable way or are held back, frustration and anger will be immediately evident. This can lead to rushing into things without thinking them through first, and that's an ugly predicament to find yourself in. The present events. You've been rushing through an inadvisable series of actions lately, driven by the overwhelming need to get something done. You've been pushing through, sometimes without any idea what you're doing. It doesn't matter. You gotta keep moving, 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 right? No. Stop. Slow down. Your current predicament is a direct result of this form of action. The present events. The time is 10:14 p.m. It's frustrating having to wait. All this energy burning inside you like a fire, all this power trying to drive you forward, but nowhere to go. The impulse to go, go, go is strong, but don't let it overwhelm you. Instead, stay calm, focus on the next steps, and plan your next steps carefully so all that energy isn't wasted on useless action. The future events. Someone in your life is going to be losing their temper with the slow pace of things soon. You probably know who they are, and they've been prone to this behavior in the past. Knowing this is their nature, you know that they mean the best by it. But it's not going to help. Instead, try to avoid them and set them a task they can feel useful at. The yes or no interpretation. The answer is a solid, indefinite no. Allow yourself to settle and let the situation pass without further concern. Plan your next step to accomplish your next goals. But this situation is done. So, the Knight of Wands says that you need to be passionate and more zealous about your dreams to make your goals and aspirations come to reality. July 27th, birthday, zodiac compatibility. You are most compatible with people born under the zodiac sign Leo. This is a match that shares similar interests and has the same kind of passion. You are not compatible with people born under the zodiac sign of Aquarius. This love relationship will be trying to sustain because of differences. The July 27th lucky numbers are 7 and 9. 7 is the number that signifies introspection, spiritual awareness, patience, balance, and deep thought. The number 9 signifies compassion, philanthropy, wisdom, intuition, and a higher purpose in life. Your lucky colors are red and orange. This is the red is the color of love, motivation, violence, passion, and action. Orange is a color that symbolizes energy, vigor, enthusiasm, stability, and trust. Your lucky days are Tuesday and Sunday. Tuesday is ruled by the planet Mars. It's symbolic of new activities, force, new ventures, and a competitive streak. Sunday is the day ruled by the sun, symbolizes a day of renewing faith in your dreams, compatibilities, and planning. Your July 27th birthstone is ruby. This gemstone helps you become more positive and energetic. So, the ideal zodiac birthday gift for people born on today or on July the 27th, a helicopter ride for the man and a silk lingerie for the woman. The July 27th birthday horoscope predicts that you love gifts that touch your heart. And that has been today's, this evening's personality report reading for those born on today, Saturday, July 27th, the day of the decision makers. So, I'm not going to ask you any questions. It's too late for that.